Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. Today I will show you a page I make, and it will be this size. Oh, sorry, my cuties here. This size, and I'm working with a jelly plate. That's my cut-up jelly plate. I made a video about that recently, so if you don't know what I did with it, you can have a look. So it's a much more, very short, much more usable size. I cut all sizes, rectangles like this one, smaller ones and square ones and circle ones, so I love it. So that's that. I will use that creating a page, and this page is the hashtag page for the Creative Arts Collaboration Facebook group, and this time it's hashtag Love Winter Art, and that's what I try to create, a wintry scene. What I will use is this die. That's a C6 die, and I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. And already cut that out, and there are little bits here and there. I will have a look if I will use that. But that's with this die done. And then I'm not sure. I have two dies I might use for the scene. This one, I love this, to use this one for the winter scene. You can use it for summer scenes as well, but I love to use that for winter scenes on card making, you know, for my Christmas cards and all sorts of stuff. It's perfect. Or if I might use this one, I'm not sure. That's a Dutch it's a die with this Dutch houses. I bought it back from holidays recently, and I'm not sure yet, because they're not having a lot of snow in the Netherlands. So not sure, but I love that scene. So, or I might use this stamps, and that's Crafty Individuals, and I really like this little house row here. I'm not sure. I will see how this comes out, and then I will decide what type of stamp or die I will use. So stay tuned and follow me. Okay, I start here with my favorite pink at the moment. That's a Winsor & Newton acrylic paint. It's called Opera Rose. I love that so much. And I used the second print here for my page because the first one is far too rich. And at the next one I will put down purple. It's a Winsor Newton as well. And I will put this my die cut on it, and will take off the first print and then remove the circles and use this second print then. So you can see I have this page laying under the glass, that I always have the reference where to put my page, that everything is on the same position. Okay, I needed a bit of darker edges, and I used this dark blue. That's Prussian blue. It's Prussian blue. And take off the first print as again, and then use the second one, and I press it down especially on the edges because I wanted to have a bit of a night scene, a nice wintry scene. And winter, snow, you know, okay, there will be a bit of white involved as well. I take off first a bit more in the middle, that there will be more white on the edges, and then I use it on my page. And yeah, that's okay. That's absolutely what I wanted, not that bad. And now, as you can see, I decided to use my little landscape scenery, but it was a bit too long, this lower bit, the bottom. Cut it to size, and you can see on the right and the left there's a bit of an open space, but I will fix that later. First I will take this negative and place my die cut with a little gap, and I glue this, or stick it down with a tape here on my page, and then I go around with a dark, but a Prussian blue, acrylic blue as well, So I instantly have some shading around my scenery. I don't have to do that afterwards. It's always a great way to do that. Can you see that? Perfect. When I glue it down, I will make it fit. So here I put my post-it tape down to protect the inside, because I will stamp on the edges here. These are some Christmas type of stamps, and I used the black memento, and I press it down. The problem is the stamps are all freebies, and then I stamp over these tapes, and it's not really stamping properly. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, that's what you expect. So I have to adjust quite a bit here with my very fine black marker. It's a 0.05, and I have to fix a lot. I have done this type of page in the past, and I really like this. It's sort of page in the page, or picture in the picture, so I really like it. And I wanted to use here my watercolors and the markers from Winsor & Newton. But first, I go over with gesso over my little scenery here, the die cut, because I want to use some acrylic paints. I'm working on that. And I start with a green, lighter green and light olive, and later a darker olive for some shading. I wasn't very precise here because I will cover most of it anyway with some snowy paste. It will be a bit will shine through, and that's why I do it, but I don't have to be very careful. The house will stay without snow, so gets a red roof and grey walls. That's for sure. Or will I put snow over it? I can't remember actually. I've done this page a while ago, so I will go around the edges with a black marker to give it more depth. So, and for the background, on top of the background, I will put some of these stars in embossing. I will heat emboss it, and I use some of this sparkly holographic powder stuff. And here I have a look. Where did I put already some down? Really can't see that. And this, you can see that, very sparkly. I only wanted to have some sparkle in the background. And heat set it. No, you can't really see it. I will show it after I've finished. You can see the sparkle. When you move the page, you can see it here. It's a really nice effect. Worked in the way I wanted. So this is this snow or structure snow, this paste I use, and I only use it once a year, Christmas and winter time. So you can see I cover almost the whole areas here, but there will always a bit shine through, so that's why I put the paint on the background. I cover not the whole, but a bit of the house as well. That needs to dry a while because it's pretty thick on some areas, so needs a bit. For this plants or this twigs or whatever it is, I will use my Winsor & Newton marker, this watercolor marker. I go in with the watercolors and with the markers, and after that I will use my water tank brush, activate it, and I blend it out. I put the watercolor down only on the edges, and then I blend it out with my water tank brush. So in this way you can have transitions. You can you will have darker areas and lighter. Then for the berries I use this magenta. The same way I go around the edges, inside the edges, and then activate it again with my water tank brush. So you have an instant shading. You don't have to go back and extra for shading. So I will glue this scenery or this die cut down, and as I said before, on the right and the left it doesn't fit on perfectly, but I will fix that later with my structure snow. And here you can see me adjusting it to the shading, that the shades are on the right. So and that's what I do with the snow. You won't see that there is a gap anymore. That's very dimensional, so that fills it in properly. Okay, I will work now, or I start to work with this watercolor marker and Prussian blue, very dark, and my idea was to scribble that here on the craft mat and take it off with my water tank brush and have some light blues here in the background behind the plants. I don't want to fill in the whole page. It's only to give it a bit of a background behind this plant. It was, yeah, a bit awkward, and it took me a long time, so I decided to use my Eco Lines, the same Prussian blue, and I could control that much better. I put that on the sheet and mix it with water, so I didn't want to have it very dark. It should be very light, and on the edges, of course, I wanted to have it darker, and the more I went out of the picture, it should get lighter and lighter. I hope you get the idea. And at the very end, I use the marker again for the edges around this little scenery. And I think it worked in the way I wanted it then. But it was pain in the neck with this marker scribbled down on the craft mat. It would have taken ages. So that was a much better idea. So I finish this and go first with my not diluted paint on around the edges, and at the end I use the watercolor pen or the marker to go around these edges again. But that worked so much better. You can see that here, to have it more concentrated, to have it darker, a clear edge, that it really looks like that this picture is floating on that page. I go around the edges with my thin marker, and then I use this dilution paints in orange and yellow for this warm light coming out of the house, wintry night, and that's always so cozy when you have this going through a little village and with all the lights in the windows. It's absolutely beautiful. Brown door, and I go around all the trees and the little house with my ink pen, and now with the same one I write down something, the very thin one. I scribble down some writing. I know what it means. It's in German, but no one else can read it. That was my intention. You can see it here. It's not readable, isn't it? Nope. I hope not. That's not the secret. Just my thoughts about this page, or about this this time of year, actually. So then I looked for something and found this snow structure in this shimmery thing, and I thought, I have definitely too much stuff. I forgot completely about it, that I have it, and that can only mean I have too much stuff. And that was the right thing now. That gives a really nice glittery shine on snow. Snow in the night, when the light is falling on it, it's so glittery. So that's what I wanted to achieve. And that's it. You see a close-up already. So when, there are a lot of people taking part with these videos. When you put in the hashtag Love Winter Art, all these videos are coming up. So have a look and enjoy them. I thank you a lot for watching. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you like it and give me some thumbs up. and I hope I will see you soon with one of my next projects. Have a fantastic time, guys. Bye bye. Some pictures will come up. Bye bye.